Hi, in this lesson, we will see about what is auction insights. So, by now, you all should have understood that ads on search engine results page appear only after we win in the auction, right? So, this auction insights tells us what is happening in the auction. Okay, so in Google Ads, we have few metrics like impression share, overlap rate, position above rate, top of the page rate, absolute top of the page rate, and outranking share. So with the data available for these metrics, we can analyze what is happening in the auction. Okay, let's see how we can navigate to the auction insights. Right. So in the interface, go to insights and reports here. So here you have here auction insights. Okay. So this is the place where you can view the auction insights. So you need to select the date range. At in what time period you wanted to view the data related to the auction. Okay. After selecting the date range, here you will be able to see the data. As in this account, there is no much data. We are unable to see the performance. Okay. What is happening in the auction. So here, this display URL domain means here you will see the advertisers names. Okay. So this is the impression share, overlap rate, position above rate, top of the page rate, absolute top of the page rate, outranking share. Okay, so let's see how it will appear for the accounts in the real time. So this is the auction insights data for one of my previous accounts. Okay, so if you observe carefully here, so in the display URL domain here, u means it is the your account. Okay, so in this account, u means this is account, this one, this own account. Okay, so rest are the advertisers who are involved in the competition. Okay, let's say you are having a keyword running shoes. Okay, so for that keyword, let's say these are the advertisers who are also bidding for the same keyword running shoes, and in the auction, assume that this is the performance data. So impression share, so that means for the keyword running shoes, you have less than 10% of the impression share. Okay, and rest of the advertisers have this respective impression share. Okay, so please remember that we don't see all the data what is happening in the auction. Okay, so most of the data that happens in the auction is not disclosed by Google. We have to rely on the data that is provided by Google to us in the Google Ads. Okay, so whatever the data available in the Google Ads, we have to analyze that data and we have to come to conclusion based on the data only. So please remember that whatever the data we see here is the final one. Okay, so let's see one by one. Okay, so first is the impression share. So what is impression share? We have discussed it, right, in the target impression share module. What is impression share? So impression share is nothing but impressions you have received divided by total number of eligible impressions multiplied with 100. So let's go into it. Okay, so you see here, this is the impression share that we have discussed in the target impression share bidding strategy module. Okay, so impressions you have received divided by total number of eligible impressions multiplied by 100. So let's modify this to the uh, auction insights. Okay, how we can this formula in the auction insights. Okay, so the formula for impression share in the auction insights is auctions you have entered, okay, divided by total auctions you are eligible multiplied by 100, right? So please remember. Okay, so I have kept these concepts so that you will understand it as easily as possible. Okay, so these concepts involved here, like the outranking share, whatever you see here, overlap rate, position above rate, all these concepts are little tricky, so please pay attention. I have tried to keep this as simple as possible. Okay, let's go into it. So this is the impression share, right? Let's assume that, okay, I have entered some data so that you will understand it very clearly. So let's assume that for the keyword running shoes, you are eligible to show for 100 ads. Okay, you are eligible to show 100 times. So out of 100 times, you have your ad has shown, or your ad has entered into auction 40 times. Okay, what will be the impression share? 40%. You see the formula here. Okay, this is the formula. You see the formula here. So what did I enter here? So the formula is the number of auctions you have entered divided by the total eligible auctions, and this is in the percentage form. Okay, so I hope you are getting these points. So similarly, A has entered into 10 auctions. Okay, what will be its impression share? It is 10. Okay, it is 10%. So please remember that in this example, uh, I have taken only one advertiser. Okay, there is no any competition. So this is an ideal case. In an auction, there is only one advertiser, either you or your competitors. That's it. So I didn't take other advertisers so that um, you will get or you will understand it very easily. Okay. So again, I'm telling you, this is an ideal case where in an auction there will be only one advertiser. Okay. So similarly, if you see for B, he has entered only into the two auctions, and the impression share for him is 2%, right? And similarly for D, he has entered into 9 auctions, and the impression share for him is 9%, right? And similarly for E, as he has entered into 18 auctions, the impression share for him is 18%. So you are getting the formula, right? The auctions you have entered divided by the total auctions you are eligible, multiplied into 100. So I hope you are getting this point of what is impression share. Okay, let's take another case study so that you will understand it very clearly. So with that case study onwards, we will try to link all other metrics. Okay, so I'm going into this another case study. Okay, so assume that here you have entered into 40 auctions. You see, okay, you have entered into 40 auctions, right? So this is the auctions. Okay, you means again I am telling you it is the client you are handling. Okay, whatever the client you are seeing. So suppose this is the account I am seeing. Here you means this account. Okay, and here advertiser A, there is another advertiser. So he has entered into 50 auctions. Okay, the advertiser is A and he has entered into 50 auctions. Okay, so if you observe in this diagram, so you have entered into 40 auctions and advertiser A has entered into 50 auctions. Out of these total auctions, both you and A, advertiser A, have entered into 20 auctions. You see here, this one, this area. So here there is an overlap. That means here there will be competition between you and the advertiser. You are getting me right? So let's calculate. So what is the total number of auctions that has happened? So total auctions is total number of auctions. What is the total number of auctions? So it is 20, 20. Okay. So alone, you alone is 20. Okay. You alone is 20 plus and overlapped auctions are 20. Okay. Plus and A alone is 30. Right. What is the number? What is the total number of auctions? It will be 70 auctions, right? 70 auctions are the total number of auctions. And let's calculate what is the impression share. Okay, please don't get confused. I suggest you watch this video very carefully. Okay, so what is the impression share of you? Impression share of you. Okay, yes. So the number of auctions you has entered divided by total eligible auctions. So here what is the total eligible auctions? It is 70. 70 is the total eligible auctions. Okay, so it is what is the auctions U has entered? It is 40, right? And A has entered, it is 50. Okay, let's calculate. So number of auctions U has entered divided by total eligible auctions. This is the percentage of impression share. Okay, so 57%. So 57% is the impression share of U. Okay, and what is the impression share of A, advertiser A? So it should be, so let's again calculate 50 divided by 70. Okay, and it has to be in the percentage form. So 71% is the total impression share of the A. You are getting me right? How to calculate this impression share? So all these calculations are not available anywhere in the uh, internet or anywhere. Okay, so I am explaining you so that you will understand these calculations and these metrics very clearly. Okay, so again, so here if you have observed, here we have 20 auctions overlap, right? So where advertiser A has entered into auction along with us. Okay, in these 20 auctions where there is overlap, so there are other metrics that are available. Okay, we will see one by one. Okay, so now, so here we have 20 auctions where there is no competition, right? So here what happens, as there is no competition, your ad appears as it is. Okay, your ad will appear here also. For A, in the 30 auctions there is no competition, so his ads appears directly as there is no competition. But here in these 20 auctions there is competition. Either you has to win or advertiser A has to win. Okay, or there is a third chance of both members has to win. Okay, either you has to show your ads or advertiser A has to show his ads, or the third case is both, you both should show ads. You are getting me right? Say out of 20 overlapped actions, here there are 20 overlapped actions, right? Out of 20 overlapped actions, so 11, okay, there are 20, right? Let's write it. Auctions are overlapped. Okay, there are 20 overlapped auctions. In these 20 overlapped actions, okay, let's assume that, let's take this example here. Here I have written. So here you observe this image carefully. Okay, so here we have 20 overlapped auctions. In these 20 overlapped auctions, assume that 6 auctions you have won. Okay, auctions you have won, and right, I'm writing here, and 3 auctions advertiser A has won. Okay, and in 11 auctions both you and A has shown ads on SCRP. So I hope you are understanding these points. Okay, so let's assume these points. Okay, so here in this 11 times where you and advertiser A has shown ads on SCRP at the same time, so in that, let's assume that, okay, 7 times your ad has appeared above A. Okay, let's calculate, let's write them down. 7 times your ad appeared above A. Okay, that means what will be the other number of times? It is the 4 only, right? That means 4 times A, advertiser A ad appeared above you, right? You are getting me? So let's assume these points and let's calculate what will be the other metrics. Okay, so let's see one by one. So first one is the overlap rate. Okay, let's see what is overlap rate. Okay, overlap rate, so it is how often, okay, another advertiser ad received an impression in the same auction that your ad also received. You are getting me right? So here what happens, where both your ad and advertiser A ad had shown at the same time. Okay, this is talking about the overlap rate. So here we have shown ads 11 times, right? So this is the one. Okay, we have shown ads 11 times. So what is the percentage of this 11 ads in the total auctions happen? You are getting me right? So let's calculate it. Okay, so before that, uh, let's understand the formula. Okay, so the formula is how many ads did advertiser A showed ad along with us, okay, divided by total ads we have shown. You are getting me right? Into 100. So let's calculate it. So it should be 11. So what is the total ads where we have shown ads at a time? It is 11, right? And divided by total number of auctions where we have shown our ad, So the number is, it is 20 here, 20. Okay, these are the 20 auctions where there is no any competition and we have shown our ad directly. Okay, and 6 are the ads where we have one, and these are the 11 ads where we have shown at a time. Okay, here in the competition we have lost 3 times, right? So the total number will be 37. So 37 times we have shown the ad. So what is the percentage here? It is 11 divided by 37. So it should be in percentage. That means 29%. So 29% of the times you, that is advertiser you and advertiser A, has shown the ads at a time. So of the total auctions that has happened with respect to you. Okay, you are getting me right? So out of the total auctions where we have shown our ads, how many times advertiser A has shown along with us? That is what we are talking about, the overlap rate. So I hope you are understanding this concept. So if you are not getting it, I suggest you to please watch this again. Okay, so once again I am repeating. So overlap rate is nothing but out of the total auctions that you have showed your ads, how many times advertiser A has shown his ad along with you. So here if you see the diagram, it is only 11 times, right? So how many times you have shown your ads? It is 37 times. Okay, 20 plus 6 plus 11, it will be 37. So out of 37, what is the percentage of 11? It is 29%. This is that simple. Okay, I hope you are understanding this one. So next is the position above rate. In overlap rate, the data is about how many times we have shown our ad along with the competitors, right? Okay, now, so in the overlap rate, it does not tell where the ad is shown, that is above or below. It is just telling us about whether how many times you have shown along with the competitors. That's it. But in that 11 times, here we have shown at the same time, right? In that 11 times, where our ad is shown, whether above the advertiser A or below the advertiser A. So it is, uh, it can be told by position above rate metric. Okay, this is position above rate. Okay, so this position above rate is calculated based on the overlap rate. Okay, please understand very carefully. That is, when you and your competitor has shown ad at the same time, it is how many times the competitor ad has shown above you. Please remember, this is about the competitor ad. So how many times the competitor has shown the ad above you. This is what the position above rate is. Okay, so in our example here, we have discussed it, right? So advertiser A has an overlap rate of 29%. Okay, advertiser A has an overlap rate of 29%, where he has shown ads 11 times along with us, right here. Okay, where we have shown ads 11 times. So out of 11 times, in our example here, we have discussed it 4 times advertiser A had shown his ad above us. Okay, you are getting me right? So now what will be his position above rate? So he has shown 4 times. Out of 11 times, he has shown 4 times ads above us. Okay, so what is the total number of ads we have shown at that time? It is 11. So what will be the position above rate? 11 divided by, sorry, 4 divided by 11. So now it should be in the percentage form. Okay, it is 36%. So advertiser A has shown his ads above us 36% of the total overlap rate that has happened. Okay, I hope you are getting these points. So this is about the position above it. So now let's see what is outranking share. Okay, outranking share. So it is how often your ad ranked higher in the auction than another advertiser ad. Okay, so it is nothing but how often you have won in the auctions. That's it. This is as simple as that. Okay, so in our example, in the overlap rate, you see there are 20 in the overlap rate we have 20 overlaps, right? In the 20 auctions, in the 20 auctions, you see you have won 6 times, right? You have won 6 times, and here out of 11 auctions you have won I mean your ad, okay, your ad has appeared 7 times above you, okay. So you are getting my point, right? So let's see the definition once again. I am hovering here. It is outranking share, okay. If you see here, the outranking share is how often your ad ranked higher in the auction than another advertiser's ad, or if your ad showed when theirs did not. That means that here we have to consider two conditions. One, the auctions where you have won, okay, and the second condition is in the overlap rate in where your ad and the advertiser A had shown, how many times your ad has shown above the advertiser A. Okay, you have to consider both these conditions. So in that case, so what will be the number? So 6 times. Okay, in this overlapped auctions, what is the number of auctions? Okay, uh, that you have shown. Okay, so it is 6. In 6 auctions you have shown, I mean you have won the auction. Okay, in 7 auctions your ad has appeared above A. Okay, it should be 6 plus 7. Okay, what will be the number? It is 13 auctions. That means 13 auctions. In 13 auctions you have outranked the competitor. Okay, you have beaten the competitor, right? You are getting me, right? So what will be the percentage here? 13. So what is the total number of auctions that are overlapped? It is 20, right? So what will be the percentage here? 13 divided by 20. So let's keep this in the percentage form. So 65%. 65% you have outranked the competitor. Okay. So here I am not considering these individual auctions where there is no any competitor. So this outranking share will only be considered if there is any competitor. Okay. I hope you are getting these points, right? And next are the top of the page rate and absolute top of the page rate. So these are very simple. Okay. These are very simple. Let's see what they are. Okay. Next is the top of the page rate. Okay. Suppose you had 100 impressions and out of 100 impressions, 20 impressions appear in any of the positions above the organic results. Then the top of the page rate is 20%. So you are getting me, right? This is very simple. So top of the page rate and absolute top of the page rate, these are calculated after your ad shown on the SERP. Okay, so anywhere on the SERP that is above the organic results, your ad appears, right? So that will be counted in the top of the page rate. You are getting me, right? So out of 100 auctions, your ad has appeared 20 times above the organic results. That means your percentage of top of the page rate will be 20%. So this is very simple. Okay, this is very straightforward. And next is the absolute top of the page rate. Okay, top of the page rate, right? So this absolute top of the page rate means, so this should be the first page. I mean this should be the first ad above the organic results. Okay, so let's say out of 100 impressions your ad has appeared 10 times at the very first position. Okay, so in that case what will be your absolute top of the page rate? It is 10%, right? This is simple. Absolute top of the page rate is very simple. Okay, so I hope you have understood these lessons about these concepts about auction insights. Okay, so what we have discussed? We have discussed impression share, overlap rate, position above rate, top of the page rate, absolute top of the page rate, and outranking share. Okay, so out of these all metrics, impression share is very, very important. Okay, because when we enter or when we see the data from the auction, it is saying that who are bidding on the keywords that we are using. Okay, so let's say if you are using any generic kind of keyword, that is fine because those are the generic kind of keywords, because everyone has the eligibility, or every advertiser has the right to use those generic kind of keywords. But when it comes to the trademark keywords, your brand keywords, okay, your business names, so you only have the right to use those keywords, right? You only have the right to use those names. You are getting me? So for that keywords the impression should be 100%. Okay, so for the campaigns like brand campaigns or the trademark campaigns, the impression should be 100%. You are getting me right? If you are losing impression share, you have to check in the auction insights to whom you are losing the impression share. Okay, if you see any of the advertisers who are bidding on your keywords, your own keywords, that is your trademark keywords or your business name or your trademark campaigns, if you see any of the advertisers you are bidding on your keywords, then you have to be very careful. Okay, you have to increase your bids because those are the keywords related to our business, our own name, right? We have the right to show ads on those names. You are getting my point, right? So this is a impression share, very important. So mainly if you consider the campaigns like trademark campaigns or the keywords like trademark keywords. Okay, so rest of the metrics we don't use much, but I have explained you so that you will get an idea of what these metrics are. But impression share is the one important metric that you have to consider it very carefully. Okay, so I hope you have understood these lessons about auction insights. We will meet in the next one.